Alright guys, so I just wanted to share a few fire starting tips and tricks, and maybe skills that I've acquired. This will kind of go in order of things you could prepare for to emergency. The first thing would be let's say you're going on a trip and you know you want to have a fire. You don't want to pack too much weight. The three things I would bring, especially if you've got a big group that wants a big fire, is bring yourself a Bic lighter. One of these folding saws. You know, I'm definitely there's a lot of things that you could bring that sound good in theory, but this saw, if you intend to have a fire, I mean, this just unlocks so much more fuel, and I think this is a lot safer than a hatchet, in my opinion. You know, you're not swinging it, and I think you could give this to probably a younger person and be a little bit less worried about it. I mean, this is sharp, but I mean, at least you're not going to be whack. And you'd cut yourself, but I don't think you'd cut yourself quite as deep. But man, this is like, especially right out of the box, you got this on Amazon. This thing's laser sharp. In an hour, I could cut down so much dead wood that I really recommend this. And then to help you get the fire started, instead of buying like a pre-made fire starter, that's all it is, and they're super expensive, is you can buy yourself a pack of Esbit fuel, or if you might already have it laying around. So Esbit is, I forgot the name of the chemical, but it's stove fuel. They use it like in World War II or something like that. And it's basically made for the military, but just this little cube. I won't take it out of the packaging, but it looks like a sugar cube. And you just put it somewhere, light it, and it burns for about like 12 minutes. Really nice hot yellow flame. So if I could pick any three things to probably get a fire started, I'm going out with a group and we want a fire, I'd probably pick these three things. Bic lighter, Esbit cube for Tinder, and then a saw. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to things that are a little less orthodox. You know, let's say you're going out there, you brought a Bic lighter, but all the tinder's wet, and you don't really have anything obvious. The leaves are wet, the sticks are damp. One great thing is find anything in your med kit that is made from petroleum jelly. So this is Equate triple antibiotic, so basically it's Neosporin, and the secret behind this is that the inactive ingredients are like coconut oil, and the last one is white petroleum. So anything that's basically Vaseline, you don't want cream, you want ointment. It's like a hydrocarbon. It has tons of calories. It's basically liquid candle wax. So what you do is you would just take something like toilet paper or a piece of cotton or even some leaves, and I'll show you. Just tear off a little bit. Nice and floofy. And squeeze, you know, a nice big glurp in there, like that. So I got the petroleum jelly in there, and you just kind of glurp this up and just kind of get it. Make sure it's not completely saturated. You still want something light. The toilet paper or the leaves or the cotton is gonna act like a wick, and then the Neosporin is gonna act like a fuel. This will burn really hot. I'll show you. So that's another easy one. Okay, moving on to option 3. You didn't bring any ointment. You don't have, you know, everything's wet. I showed in this last video, but duct tape burns amazingly well. You know, a lot of people put duct tape around their water bottles. So all you got to do is take off maybe like a 6 to 8 inch piece and roll it into like a little tube from the corner. I learned this recently. I wish I knew it a long time ago. This works surprisingly well. So you get yourself some duct tape. Make sure you don't need to repair anything. But you know, like, I don't know about you, but I've had duct tape on like a water bottle for 5 years and never used it for gear repair. Useful, but you know, if you gotta burn some, you just wrap it up like a tube, like this. And I'll show all these things working. So that could have been a little wider. And before you make any jokes about smoking this, if you want to smoke it, I'll watch you smoke duct tape. I won't do it, but so there you go. You just got a tube. I'd probably roll this a little wider next time. All right, so option number 3 or 4, this would be your emergency. Didn't bring your Bic lighter, it's wet. I'm not going to even really actually demonstrate this completely because it's so bad for the environment and it's just toxic and it's dangerous, but Lithium-ion batteries in a pinch, if you have to start a fire, you could come out of your phone, your GPS. I mean, obviously, if the device like a phone is working, I probably would rather keep in the phone. So this would be like, I don't know when you would do this other than like castaway on an island, or you just have a spare battery. But there's two options. This is just one that goes to the camera that you're seeing right here. So option one, that's a non-destructive way to ignite a fire with this, would be get a piece of foil. That's one thing that you need that I don't show. So this might come out of like a candy bar wrapper. Just make sure it's actually metal on that side. If it's coated in plastic, you can't see it. It needs to be conductive. One good way to get some tinfoil would be like a windscreen for a stove. A lot of people use tinfoil. And you would cut it into the shape I'm showing on the screen. And you would simply take that shape of duct tape or of tinfoil, and you'd put it across the leads on this battery. This has 4. It's only one cell. I'm not sure what has 4 leads, but 2 of them. One is hot, one's negative, one's positive, and you'll know when you find it. And when you cut the shape and put it across it, that piece of tinfoil will get hot enough to start some tinder, like a piece of toilet paper or something. And then finally, the final option, this is just you're shit out of luck, and you need a fire now and you need something hot. This is destructive. Take your lithium battery, and I don't have this with me, but I've got like a small pocket knife, and you just want to puncture the battery, or like a screwdriver, any little metal tool, go through the battery completely, pull it out, and put a bunch of tinder on it. And I'll show some footage of actually Bear Grylls doing this. Thanks, Bear Grylls. I'm not really a big fan of Bear Grylls' show, but I do respect the stuff he's done. So here's Bear Grylls starting a fire with a lithium battery. And as you see, lots of toxic smoke. You don't want to be near this. I'm not going to do this. This is, if you do decide to try this, don't leave your garbage behind. Once it cools down, you need to pack this out. Lithium is not something you want to just leave in the environment necessarily. Don't breathe in the smoke. So that's your 4th and destructive last measure.